Today, we're going to be talking about the deload that we had this last week. We are 7 weeks out right now, and I wanted to kind of just touch on what has happened in the last couple of weeks, getting closer and closer into prep. Without further ado, let's get into the video. With a deload, or what a deload is, a period of time, usually a week, week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks depending on the athlete, that allows them to recover a little more by reducing their intensity and volume. So in layman's terms, it just means it's less reps, less weight, and gives the athlete a chance to recover to be ready for the next phase of training. And especially since we have been going pretty heavy the last couple of months, it does mean that we have put a big toll onto our bodies, which unfortunately has led to some aches, pains, inflammation, which is typically normal for a powerlifter in prep. So I was kind of expecting that. And I think it timed out perfectly because we did have an incident with Hector, which I will go into in just a second. And then also Alan has been out of town on vacation. So everything kind of lined up perfectly in a weird way. So I'll kind of go over as to what's happened since then. To start off with, we did have an incident with one of my athletes / one of our coaches, Coach Hector. He dropped a barbell onto his chest in the middle of a bike bench session, but still it was about 275 on the bar. Midway up, it dropped out of his hands due to some instability in his wrists and landed on his chest, knocking the wind out of him, and it's really affected him moving forward with this. But because he is a badass and does not give up, he's not pulling out of this meet. We have been working pretty closely to get him back into training, with last week being last Friday was like his first heavy session in a while, almost a week. And you know, for an athlete, that can be pretty daunting, but I'm not letting him go down. He isn't letting himself go down, so if you guys are watching this, please give him, some love. He is going to need that moving into the next phase of this prep. And then Alan has been needing some much needed R&R, so he took some time off of training to go and be with his family. But now we have gotten closer and closer to the meet, so we are now 7 weeks out. So this means we need to be ready to go. And as far as my training though, I could feel my body going backwards. I kind of noticed it once I was deadlifting midweek last week, or I think it was a week before that. I was pulling 475 and it wouldn't get off the floor, and I pulled 455 to 500 countless times with no problem. It just was stuck to the floor, and I think that was when I kind of told myself, okay, it's time to take a step back, which happens in training, especially as powerlifters. So again, back to being 7 weeks out, here we are. We have to be ready to go. I told the boys earlier, if this was the Infinity Saga, we are in Infinity War right now. So this is the part where it's a big pinnacle point, and we haven't reached that downward yet. We still have a lot of fighting to do. We have a lot more work to do, especially with getting Hector back under the bar and getting Alan back to our normal pace of things. And then also Christian, getting him ready for his bench record as we get closer. So that's just been deload. We're back to it. I'm ready to go. We have squat today. It's Hector and I squatting, so enjoy that. And without further ado, let's get right back to work. Alrighty guys, so we're on squat. We're gonna do 10 sets of 2 or 3, I don't know yet. And then we got Alan and Hector training today. So this was a big surprise. So without further ado, let's get to work. out from the Metroflex Classic. It was a really, really good week as far as the numbers that we hit. I am extremely proud of my boys. Hector did an amazing job this week. He conquered his fear. He conquered a lot. He's still in pain. However, he was able to do his 10 sets of 2, as you guys saw, with 315, which is a huge PR for him just because he's never done 315 for that many reps in the span of 10 sets. So that was a huge accomplishment in itself. And then for the following day, he wasn't really feeling too great, but he still went ahead and bench pressed with us for 10 sets of 2, which I will be showing some of the videos that we did that day in this part of the video as I'm talking, just so that you guys get an idea as to what happened that day. So when we first started the 10 sets of 2 for bench press, it was kind of to reintroduce that central nervous system stimulus from everyone coming off of their deload, and last week being a relatively lighter week for Hector. So it was going to be a bit of a challenge for all of us to be able to come out and get this done. So Alan was the one that suggested 10 sets of 2, and we just did it. We weren't aiming for anything too crazy, so I did 275 for the most part, practicing my pauses. Alan went up to about 315, and Hector made his way up until he got to 275 or 285, which is the same weight that he got injured with. So that was huge, considering that he conquered his fear after only 2 weeks of not training, and 2 weeks since the injury, or since the incident, I should say. So I cannot express how impressed and inspired I am by that. So again, Hector, super proud of you for having done what you did. And then for him to have the next day deadlifted with me and got up to 405 for a single amidst the pain that he was going through and still is going through. It's, as an athlete and as a coach, it's nothing short of inspiring. It's crazy. It's awesome to see that happen. The amount of grit and heart you've been showing, you guys have to see it. When he comes out on the platform, it is going to be an emotional day for all of us. Alan is ready to go. He is back to being primed. Next week he's going to come out swinging. Now that we've reintroduced a lot of these bigger movements, he had a 500 plus pound hex bar deadlift this week, which I don't normally program for powerlifting preps, but I think he's just going to help his rectors definitely recover, considering that we had 10 sets of 2 on squat. And as you guys did not see, I didn't get a chance to show this part because the camera died. Alan and I went head to head at the very last minute on the 10 sets of 2, and we both PR'd at 405 for a double, which is huge for the two of us. We've never hit a weight like that, so it just sort of happens, and that's the way it is. On Wednesday, I hit 520, which is the clip you guys saw at the beginning of this video. So nothing crazy, just 520. I think if I did the math right, I might have done it wrong. I'll put a correction if I mess that up. So yeah, we're all pretty fried by this point of the week. Hector's still in a little bit of pain, but we finished another week, and next week is going to be a very exciting week because Alan is going to be back with us here at Selfmade, and Hector will have the weekend to recover. I will have the weekend to recover, and we are going to come into 6 weeks out absolutely swinging. I can't stress this enough. When it comes to powerlifting training and preparation, you need to be 100% ready to kick some ass. I am not kidding. As a coach, I've seen it happen too many times where people get stagnant or they start going 2 balls to the wall. You have to pace yourself, but you have to be aggressive every single rep and every single time you touch the bar, because your time is coming up very quickly once you pass the 8-week mark. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next week. I will be doing a video kind of giving my thoughts going into this meet. It'll be the primary video for next week. I kind of want to just share my experiences with powerlifting and how I've gotten to this point and my thoughts and what it means to me to share the platform with these guys, and then training or getting people ready for meets this year. It's been an absolute experience. So be ready for that. I'll probably do that sometime in the middle of the week or early on in the week. I'll have that video out for you guys as soon as possible. It'll be a video of me talking, so if you like seeing my ugly face talking, then hey, by all means, have it playing in the background. Doesn't matter to me, okay? So, again, that's the video, guys. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.